Okay, well, welcome. So you've obviously seen the webinar invitation. So what we're going to take you through today, or what Emily from AIA is going to take you through today, is a presentation of based in and around what AIA Vitality is all about. You've got it attached to your insurance policies, and what we've gone through in our meetings is some of the discount features that are available. But this is really to give you a bit more solid background as to why it came about and how to utilise it and really how to make the most out of it. So we're going to sort of tag team a little bit of the presentation, but essentially AIA Vitality is a science-backed wellness program that works with you to make real change in your health and at the same time rewarding you with discounts. That's the sort of company line of it. Where I stand on it is that I really look at it as something which it incentivizes you to live a more healthy lifestyle, which is fantastic. It's a great talking point, and hopefully will change a lot of the negative habits that some of us have. But also, it gives you good discounts in regards to your insurance premiums over time, which is always great if you can have a bit of a cost saving, while encouraging you to do things that are effectively of benefit to yourself. And there's a number of other little reward features. So talk us through this slide a little bit.
So essentially what we've done is had a look at what does Australia's current state of health look like. So at the moment we're facing some pretty scary facts, things like 1 in 12 children are obese, that type 2 diabetes is up by 90% over the last few years, and if we don't do something about it to change it, then we're going to get into some dire strait. I mean, there's a really interesting fact on that slide there about the fact that 90% of adults are not eating enough vegetables. I mean, there's kind of no excuse in Australia. We've got good vegetables and access to vegetables here, so it's scary that adults in particular are not doing the right thing by themselves. And if we have a look at what that means in terms of vitality, when you look at behaviours of people and what you can influence, smoking, lack of exercise and poor diet actually lead to some pretty nasty diseases. And if we look at those diseases, they account for now, this slide should be updated, 60% of deaths worldwide. So if we can do something about those 3 behaviours and incentivise people to change those 3 behaviours, then hopefully we can help the population increase their health.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Most of you will have seen me wearing a Fitbit around, and as soon as you start to become aware of it or just start tracking what you're doing a little bit, it actually does. Life changes a little bit. It's a scary thought on the vegetables, and it looks like everybody needs some more V8 juice in their life.
So what happens, why are people so not engaged in their health at the moment in Australia? And I think it's clear that if we go the unhealthy option, if we have the piece of chocolate cake or we have that extra drink on the weekend, we get the benefits of doing those things straight away. We feel good, we feel rewarded for doing it. We get those rewards straight away. They become immediate to us. If though we choose not to have that extra drink and perhaps have some fruit and vegetables instead of that piece of chocolate cake and go for that extra run, we don't see those benefits straight away because it's the long-term effects of making those choices that give us the benefits. So Vitality is aimed at giving you the benefits straight away as opposed to you having to wait to get those benefits.
Yeah, it's interesting, the point that you make there. One of my mentors talks about how we're part of the snacking generation, but not just snacking on foods, but snacking on information, and it's sort of short-term gratification more often than not that leads to negative long-term results, whereas he relates it to you can go inside and you can snack on, let's say, a donut, which tastes great, and probably give you a nice energy fix, and you probably feel upbeat for the next sort of 10-20 minutes or so, but long term you'll actually come down from a sugar high and it'll be detrimental to your health. Whereas if you went and had, say, broccoli, like a little bit of broccoli, well, obviously it's not exactly what the most palatable food to have raw broccoli, and probably tastes a little bit like eating grass. But over the next 2 hours, that'll slowly release into your body and start to make you feel a hell of a lot better. So it's short-term benefits equal long-term bad results more often than not. I'm actually not articulating this as well as what he did, but I think you can kind of get the point. It's interesting because I think that, and I don't think AIA sort of come out and say it, but really one of the benefits that you see in this sort of stuff, if you start to become more aware and you start to become healthier and fitter and all of those sorts of things, is that from an insurance perspective, they're able to discount premiums because you're actually going to, or you're probably less likely to fall off the planet. So take us through a little bit of the functionality of AIA.
So the Vitality model has three key areas that you'll engage in. So the first is know your health. So that's pretty self-explanatory. It's about getting to know what your current state of health looks like. For a lot of people, you can find out lots of surprising things because we do like to live in a state of oblivion. But the key there is understanding, what does my health look like today? The next part of that is improve your health. So once you...
Just before we go on that, we're actually recording this at Christmas time, so it's probably best to do the assessments not at Christmas time, at a time when you're probably in a little bit more of a healthy spot. Otherwise, you'll end up with a vitality age of like 10 years older than what you are.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So improve your health. Once you understand where your health is currently at, let's give you some tools and access to some things that can help you improve your health in probably most people's cases, unless you've got a temple like Andrew. It's where you're maintaining your health. Most people will need some encouragement and guidance around what can they do next. I feel like maybe I should do more but don't know where to start. So improve your health is about finding that place, where do I start and what is the next step.
Mm-hmm.
And then to encourage you to keep taking those next steps on a continual basis, it's then about enjoying the rewards. So Andy mentioned you'll get insurance discounts, but you'll also get lots of benefits from partners outside of insurance. So things like Hoyts, Qantas and Endota Spa.
Yeah, it's... I don't actually have anything to contribute there, so we'll move on. I had something there, but it's gone.
So what do you need to do? Well, when you're in the Know Your Health section of Vitality and when you're participating in the Improve Your Health section, you actually earn points for the things and the activities that you do in those two sections.
Mm-hmm.
So different things give you different amounts of points. So for example, when you are in the Know Your Health and you do your online health assessment, you'll earn 1,000 points. What will 1,000 points get me? It will get me part of the way to silver. As you can see there, to get to a silver status in the program, you need to get 10,000 points. And the more things you do, the more points you're going to get.
And no matter what happens, you're going to win a medal because you start off on bronze. I think that's kind of cheating a little bit. So to start this off, there's a few different things that you do, and we've got videos that talk about that later on as to how you get started. But there's just online assessments. There's also ones where you can go back to Kenmark, and I think you can even get your doctor to do some of the assessments for you as well. A really good place just to start for anybody of any age, and it gives you a reference point as to what your health's like. And I can tell you it's a little bit scary sometimes when the feedback that it gives you. Just on that, we're all kind of, most people are kind of goal-orientated people. So the benefit of actually having this system as well is that you kind of develop a mentality where you want to get to silver, or you want to get to gold, or you want to get to platinum. And the beauty about that is that obviously you're living a healthier lifestyle, a more active lifestyle, but you're also going to be able to save considerably on your insurance premiums, which is also great, but also the other benefits that we'll go through in a minute.
So if we look at the sections in a little bit more detail, Know Your Health, as I mentioned, is about understanding where's my health today. So I mentioned the health check before, which is there on the second line. It's going to assess things like your blood pressure, your glucose, your cholesterol, what's your current height and weight look like. And from doing those assessments, you get points. So you can see there, for each check, you get 300 points. Not a bad starting point. If you happen to be getting in the healthy range for those checks, you get bonus points. You get a bonus 1,200 points, 1,500 points each. So you can get lots of points just from doing your health check. In fact, if you're really doing well, you can get 6,000 points just from doing that. So as you can see, it's quite easy to get to silver status.
6,000 points.
What else can you do? You can do other online assessments like a mental wellness assessment. There throughout the year you'll get up to 800 points. But we'll also reward you for doing things you're probably already doing. So for women, if you go and have your biannual women's check, you can get points for doing that. For older men that go and get their checks done, you can get points for doing that as well. So we will reward you for things that you already do. For all those people that love going to the dentist, you can even get rewarded for going to the dentist.
Oh, wow, there's a reward for going to the dentist. Wow, that's almost ironic.
Once you've got an understanding of where my health is today, and what the system will do is actually start analysing that data and giving you some suggested goals to then work towards improving. It is about improving your health. So the biggest thing that we can influence there is exercise. And so with exercise, we've got a range of partners, including gyms and fitness devices that you can then utilise and earn good points from there. So for example, using a gym partner, you would get 100 points per visit. If you use a fitness device, you can get between 50 and 100 points per day. So nice quick points to earn there. Over the lifetime of a year with fitness, you can earn 20,000 points. So getting to gold again can be pretty easy because I only need 20,000 points.
Okay. I know that I use the gym membership a fair bit, and most of this is kind of automated. So basically, my swipe with Anytime Fitness, every time I go into the gym, my swipe activates a code, which then gives me points. So this isn't necessarily stuff that you have to do. Once you set it up, and because you're on here, you'll actually be receiving a Fitbit, which we give you as a present to get you started and to get everything going. And the Fitbit basically links up with your phone, which links up with the AIA website, which then gives you points for, like Emily said, when you're walking anyway. If you walk to work every day, then you're probably going to get 100 points a day just because of the travelling that you're doing, which is of benefit, and it's something that you're already doing.
The 3rd of December is fun.
So the last part, the bit that everyone's going to be looking for, is what kind of rewards can I get? So the last section, enjoy the rewards. So here we're going to give you premium discounts, which we'll go through in a second, but I guess the other key drivers are going to be things like the fact that you can access $5 movie tickets with Hoyts. Maya will also give you discounts along the way. They'll send you gift cards with dollar value that you can go and spend, so some free money from Maya. If you like to travel, you can get some fairly hefty discounts with Qantas and those sorts of things. So they're really going to start encouraging you to keep going and moving on. So this is all our partners. So if you look at your orange section, there's all your fitness and exercise partners that we have. If you have a look at the green section there, also they're all the reward partners. So these are the people that have come on board to help incentivize you and keep you motivated to engage in the Vitality program.
And this isn't really the reason for doing it. These are just ancillary benefits over here. So you will get, cheaper flights with Qantas. You will get your Maya cards, which are just an added bonus. Cheap movie tickets with Hoyts and Dota treatments. One of the really key benefits is obviously, as we've mentioned many times, is that you will get reasonable discounts off your AIA insurance premiums on an annual basis, and even cashbacks over time. So as I said, it's not the core reason for doing this, but they're just benefits that you get by being involved in the system. And you also get 30% off your Polar, 25% off Fitbits, Fitbugs, things of that nature. So if you're already into your activity and into your fitness, then these are great little ancillary benefits.
So in terms of insurance discounts, here's what you'll do. So if you've taken out any life, total and permanent disablement or crisis cover with Andy, then you will have already received your upfront discount of 7.5% on your insurance premiums. So already off to a good start. That 7.5% though can change over time depending on the status that you achieve in the Vitality program, and you have 12 months to achieve that status. So you can see here, if I don't get up into the sort of middle range status, so our silver and gold, I'm actually going to start losing quite a bit of that discount each year. So here on a bronze, it's 1.5. If I can push up to the platinum and the golds and the silvers, and you saw how easy it was to get to silver and gold, then I'm not going to really lose any of my discounts or only a little bit of my discount. On top of that though, we are going to reward you, and you'll receive a cashback every year depending again on the statuses that you're achieving over those years. And again, if you're looking at your silver and gold, which is quite easy to get to, it's between 4 and 8%, so not a bad little kickback.
So if you're earning, say, $4,000, or if you're paying $4,000 in insurance premiums a year, every 5 years, if you're on platinum, you're going to get 400 of that back, basically. Yeah.
If we look at income protection, which works a little bit differently, you'll start earning a discount depending on the status that you achieve. So, for example, get to a gold status and we'll take 1% off your premium. Get to gold status again the next year, that'll increase up to 2%. And you can see you can sort of take that range right up to a 10 or 15% discount over time.
But there's not the cash back on the income protection.
That's right.
Cool. Okay, so this is taking into consideration a few assumptions, but this is just a basic sort of case study by the looks of it. 36 years of age, next birthday, non-smoker, level premium, life cover of 60 grand, linked to crisis or trauma insurance, depending on what you want to call it, of 60 grand, and the insurance premium is $304 per annum. And the Vitality contribution, of course, which we know about, is the $120 fee that's associated with it. If we have a look at the different savings that we're making the assumptions behind this as well, but Hoyt's tickets saving around about $174 a year, $32 worth of Qantas discounts. The insurance savings, which are a huge one, $23, $18, $14, $9, $5, and every 5 years $30 cash back. And look, it's only on a small premium amount, really. So over the very first year, the client's looking at saving around about $229. Over 10 years, you're saving well over $2,000 just from some of the benefits associated with it. And that's just if you hang around on a bronze status.
Yeah, so bronze, you could choose to do nothing. You could pay your monthly contribution and access some of the rewards like you've seen here, like Hoyt's, but not actually participate in earning any points, and you're still going to have savings over time.
Okay, so this is based on buying, 12 tickets to go and see the movies every year, which is probably not out of the ballpark, because you can buy a few of them for yourself, for other people. Yep. And one domestic flight per year, which most of us will probably rack up somewhere. Silver.
Yeah, so this is making the assumption now that we're actually going to do something. So in this example, I've assumed that someone will take up an Anytime Fitness membership and will therefore get to silver that year. So again, on the same premium, on the same type of cover, this client all of a sudden is now saving $600 in the first year of taking out this policy, which is not a bad effort.
Wow, and $6 grand over 10 years, which is considerable. Actually, I'm just going to jump back here a little bit, because it just reminded me of something that we missed. Anytime Fitness, and it's a gym that I go to, which this is fantastic, is that you actually get a $75 cashback per quarter based on your usage, and I think it's by going twice a week.
Yep, on average twice a week.
On average, about twice a week. This is huge. This basically cuts your gym membership in half. It's incredible. It works really, really well, and it's a great incentive to continue to actually go there.
Yeah. So now we've got our gold client. So again, someone participating in doing something a little bit extra here. So in this case, we've still got our Anytime Fitness membership, but now we're also going and doing our nutrition assessment this year. So we've got the cost of a nutrition assessment built in there as well. But you can see now that I'm getting into the gold territory, my savings in the first year is $800, and I'm getting up around the $8,000 in 10 years. You can see I'm getting some nice little cash backs there, and I'm also saving a lot. Look at my gym membership. I'm saving $300 a year just there.
It makes a massive difference. As I said, it really does. It halves your gym membership. What were the other points that I was just thinking of in regards to that? This is based on an insurance premium still of the same amount. You're actually getting more via way of benefits back than what you're actually outlaying for your insurance. But again, it's not the reason to do it. It's just a benefit.
And lastly, our platinum, for those who shoot for the stars. So here, to get to platinum, what I've suggested is you're probably going to need to start engaging in some extra nutrition things, like using Aussie Farmers Direct, who are our nutrition partner. So buying fresh fruit and vegetables from them, I've assumed that you'll spend about $130 a month. So that's probably an average family spend on fruit and veg.
Mm-hmm.
Here though, again, we're still on our $300 premium. Now we're saving $1,500 in the first year.
Okay, cool. So, look, this is just to give you a little bit of background on what can be achieved through Vitality. If you've got any questions, let us know. There's another video that is going to be linked in with this that I'll need you to watch, which takes you through exactly how to set it up. You should have already received emails to register, so none of this is going to happen unless you actually register, so it's really, really important that you do register, and that'll kick you off on your bronze status. If you don't register the email, effectively you won't be a part of the program, and eventually they will claw back the savings that you've already got on your insurance premium. So it's vital that you look at those emails, and we've got a video that takes you through exactly what to do from that process to register. It's really, really simple. So that's all you need to do to actually kick this going, and if you're watching this, you've probably already done that. If not, when this video stops, find the email. It's just search in your inbox with AIA Vitality. Find it in the inbox, register it up, and that'll at least lock in the benefits for the near future. And we'll know that you've watched this webinar, and we will send you out your Fitbit. So check out the other videos. It's only going to take about another 10 minutes of your time, and give us a buzz if you have any queries. And here's our wonderful disclaimer.